In the remote English village of Black Hollow, midnight was a boundary, one Margaret Whitland never crossed. Her tidy brick cottage, huddled at the edge of the fog-choked woods, was a sanctuary against superstition, with walls lined by rationality and shelves heavy with skepticism. Margaret, 50 years strong and never swayed by trembling tales, considered herself the last bastion of reason among villagers who still hung wolfsbane by their doors. Yet, on this moonless night, the cold pressed into her home like a living thing. The air felt dense, thick with unshed words. Embers hissed in her fireplace as midnight struck, the hour brought with it an unnatural silence. And then, the knock. Once. Twice. Then a third that rattled her bones, reverberating through the wood and the world beyond it. Margaret hesitated, hand hovering above the latch. Her breath frosted before her, a detail she dismissed until the knocking came again, synchronized with her own thudding heartbeat. She opened the door. A man stood on her step, draped in a greatcoat as dark as the gap between stars. A battered hat shadowed most of his face, save for a weathered mouth and piercing eyes that flickered unnaturally, silver-threaded through twilight blue. Breezes twisted unnaturally about him, carrying a scent of cold stone and distant thunder. Without preamble, his voice poured out, brittle but commanding. "The veil grows thin, Margaret Whitland. The pact phrase." She bristled, ready to dismiss him as a lunatic local. But as he spoke, the air around her bent, the shadows climbed the walls, and the shapes formed patterns she half remembered from village tales, long dismissed. The man named things older than Black Hollow, entities whose names were pressure, distance, hunger. He spoke of the original settlers, those who had drawn markers to keep these things at bay, and of a night long ago when the pact faltered. Margaret's memories opened like secret drawers. She recalled the whispers in the alleyways, the way her own shadow stretched toward the forest under a moonless sky, the absent faces in ancient, cracked photographs. She remembered, too, voices murmuring in the wind and reflective surfaces twisting too quickly to be mere tricks of light. "You have the gift, Margaret. It passes in blood and in touch, unclaimed until now. Only you can repair the breach. Only you can bar what stirs in the black between worlds." Disbelief warred with familiarity. The stranger extended a hand, palm marked by a sigil that seemed to shimmer, an Ouroboros of starlight. Before Margaret could refuse, he pressed a cold bundle into her hands, a key, carved of ancient yew and veined with silver. "Follow the moon road," he said. "At the standing stones." He stepped back, dissolving into the mist. Even as she called after him, the night gulped him away. Margaret lingered in her threshold, breathless, the peculiar heaviness of fate pressing on her shoulders. The road by her gate shone faintly, slick with silver light, winding toward the ancient woods. Shadows gathered in expectation, no longer hiding, but watching. Armed only with her reason and the impossible gift, Margaret stepped onto the moonlit path. As she walked, the air shifted, the forest groaned with voices not her own, the smell of iron laced the breeze, far off, stones resonated with a pulse Margaret felt in her bones. No longer could she afford disbelief. For Black Hollow, for herself, Margaret Whitland had answered the call, a single figure crossing the fragile edge between the known world and the secrets that hunger in the dark.